Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready? 41 Mike. Come off the wall.
First down, Murray. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Who's that? Take. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the slant. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check to him on, go. Kill.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
First down, Raiders.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Murray now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Mark Barron coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
41's the mic. Check.
To throw is Murray. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. An update from Buffalo, and the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 6 guys. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
They'll run with Muhammad. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set, ready. Go to base. Here we go. Slam. Rush in. Check.
On the ground, Richard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
Switch.
from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's letting it fly for... It got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house. Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles. Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain. Faking the give, now Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one a gain of 20. Get a first down.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
What's up? 219. 42's the mark. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. Check.
On first down, Muhammad. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down now, Muhammad. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third and 3.
This is it. 19. Mike 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Watson on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
That's caught inside the 20. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by any.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing again on second down. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go, Let's go. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. He's coming. He's coming.
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right, 20 years ago.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play fake. Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line, and he is out of bounds here on the return.
Texans take over 1st and 10. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken on the 25. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really...
And he's going to go down again. Whitney Merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got. That's all right.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Timmy Jernigan. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 31, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 4-2.
Here's Watson. And he locates Walker, complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Come on, let's go.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Hey, check Mike 27.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They go again with Muhammad. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Throwing 3rd and long. Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Check safety, check safety.
Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Watson, off play action. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Escaping the pressure right. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. $12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give right side. Muhammad. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Texans, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.